This is Beau James Wilding, and you're listening to KDVS 90.3 in Davis. Bouncing through the clouds, flapping your wings. No one can take your pride anytime. Take the time that's yours, learn to fly. Get back, Satan, I'm tired of your lie. Get back, angels too with your crucifix in disguise. Hear their baying dragons, and with the boldest I will ride. You're ready, bust through the bricks, come on my friend. Be waiting for you on the other end. Well, breathe the air atop Parnassus Peak and celebrate your blissful victory. Get back, Satan, I'm tired of your lie. Get back, angels too with your crucifix in disguise. Hear their big dragons, and with the boldest I will ride. You've been kicking over castles in your dreams. Time your dreams became reality. When you flattened every edifice in your way, your sacred ground before you will be laid. Get back, Satan, I'm tired of your lie. Get back, angels too with your crucifix in disguise. Hear their big dragons, and with the boldest I will ride. Help you need soon be on its way. Build your temple to this new day. The night will soon be over, and you'll see divine majesty in everything. Get back, Satan, I'm tired of your lie. Get back, angels too with your crucifix in disguise. Hear their big dragons, and with the boldest I will ride. hard to let go, your flowers blooming. So high above the snow-bound fearful notions, drown in a sea of gratitude. Leave the muddy at home, let your open palms the soul, and at everything you're shown. On this earth where you lay your bones, let each grain of sand be your throne, and stop trying so hard to let go, your flowers blooming. So high above the snow-bound fearful notions, drown in a sea of gratitude. Empty your quiver, snap your bow, allow the hearkening of the crow. Open your heart, forget your mind. Don't be afraid of the dark, of the love you may find, and stop trying so hard to let go, your flowers blooming. So high above the snow-bound fearful notions, drown in a sea of gratitude. Feeling wicked, weary and alone, I carried water, carrying stone, my fingers chilled to the bone from isolation's cold. But you are welcome in this warm moon glow, and stop trying so hard to let go, your flowers blooming. So high above the snow-bound fearful notions, I drown in a sea of gratitude. Dubbies? The sky, sand of a dove. Give you 66 years, learn how to love. The dove, sand of the sky. I will break my back, tear out my eyes, still pruned by him love through majestic flight, and a gentle coo in the morning light. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Take up your courage and take up your broken spear and learn to love the fight. you 66 years. Learn how to grow the rose, sand of the earth. My thorns be mangled, petals droop like heavy sighs. It's my quiet strength abides, inspires life. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Take up your courage, take up your broken spear, and learn to love the fight. To man, give you 66 years. Do what you can. Be something great. Like to see you try. Take away your freedom, your independence, and your will to thrive. Man said to God, through the broken body you gave me, I have learned I'm love, not foam, boundless beyond time. I'm ageless, I'm wisdom, I'm a vehicle for light. I don't need 66 years, I have eternal life. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Take up your courage, take up your broken spear, and learn to love the fight. Stop thinking. Guess it's true what they say. Just a billionth star light blinking. But if comets find their way, and if the frozen streets in hell stop stinking, then I'll close my eyes, I'll let illumined mind start sinking. Gonna set myself on fire, burn, burn like a sword in desire. Stand tall with the muck in the mind till I'm done. Promise and a boast lamps trimmed and buttoned, keep the hope. It's a letter to a friend, apathetic to the end. In defiance, nothing but to bend. Gonna set myself on fire, burn, burn like the sword in desire. Stand tall through the muck and the mire till I'm done. Gonna set myself on fire, burn, burn like the sword in desire. Stand tall through the muck and the mire till I'm done. Valuable if you can break it. The spontaneity only riots us if you can tame it. It's the birth and the fool, evaporation of the cool. Wonder reclines in peace behind all your pleadings. Gonna set myself on fire, burn, burn like a sword in desire. Stand tall through the muck and the mire till I'm done. Gonna set myself on fire, burn, burn like the sword in desire. Stand tall through the muck and the mire till I'm done. I was kicking rocks down the street, and I was making love to my defeat. Someone tells you just to be at peace. Don't it make you kinda wanna scream? 'Cause you can't carry the dead in the branches of your tree. Failed alone to spit out back on my knees, watching the stars passing by, movie boobies. Failed alone to spit out back on my knees, watching the stars passing by, movie boobies. So I buried them beneath the clay, and then I said a prayer that they'll release. So light on my feet, as the heavens shook the mountains and the mountains shook the sea, and my heartstrings danced me like a marionette, and my dreams woke from their sleep. Failed alone to just but I'm back on my knees watching the stars passing by. Movie boobies, feeling alone, just but I'm back on my knees watching the stars pass on by. Movie boobies. Martin on the electric guitar. Oh, it's always sure so sweet as their wings graze the leaves. Their song fills the air. Every note kisses me. Shroud the bird, lull the fool, and erupt in wisdom cannot speak. Failed alone, just but I'm back with my knees watching the stars passing by. Movie boobies. Failed alone, just but I'm back on my knees watching the stars passing by. Movie boobies. That's sunny in the trees. That's dripping down on me. That's light upon the breeze. That's teaching me how to sing. In a voice so shrill like the crow with no beak. Failed alone, just but I'm back on my knees watching the stars passing by. Movie boobies. Failed alone, just but I'm back on my knees watching the stars pass on by. Movie boobies. That was it. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
So, who are you guys?
My name is Beau. Beau James Wilding is the name of the project, and that's also myself. And I'll let this fellow introduce himself.
Oh, yeah. My name's Chad Martin, and I play guitar and synth.
Very nice. So, I guess, how did you guys become like a band and start playing together?
So I have been playing and writing and recording and such for a while. I've been writing and playing since I was a kid, but started taking it a little bit more seriously back in like 2014 or so, 2013. And Chad and I kind of have been playing, jamming here and there, off and on, for probably like 10, 12 years.
Yeah. I guess I joined the band officially like a little over a year ago, but we've been playing. I met Beau on the beach in Carpinteria, introduced by a friend, and he brought out what's that little Martin you have?
Oh, the backpacker.
Yeah, he's got a tiny Martin acoustic guitar, and he just basically melted my face off on the beach, and I was just thrilled, and we've been jamming together ever since, and we've played in another project together. Yeah.
That is super cool. So you've been playing together for, you said, like 10 years?
We've been kind of jamming kind of informally here and there since then. Like we started playing a little bit together back in maybe 2013 or something, and then it didn't work out that was the right. It was right at that point. But then I carried forward with doing solo stuff, released a couple of records. And then with my last release, my third release, Seeing Eye God, I wanted to have some electric guitar. And the guy that I wanted to turn to, who I respect as a guitar player, electric guitar player, is Chad in town. He's a guy I'm really impressed with his musicianship, and we have a lot of similar crossover taste. So I reached out to Chad to see if he wanted to jam. It's important to note also there's another third member that plays in the project as well, but he couldn't make it today. He plays the Irish drum, Bowron, and also typically he's the guy who pumps the drone, the Shruti box over here.
Oh.
So
Yes.
Tom, we miss you, and we're sorry you can't make it.
I see. So how would you guys like describe your sound? Yeah.
So what I've approached at this point is psychedelic drone folk punk. Being influenced by the folk tradition and the punk rock tradition and the various places from which drone comes in the world. I mean, it's used in many cultures, and I love the drone phenomenon. And of course, we have two different drones going on. So anyway, and I love psychedelic music too. I grew up listening to The Doors and Pink Floyd and 13th Floor Elevators, stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like I could definitely like hear some of the classic rock influences when you guys are playing, especially in your guitar playing. And like, I don't know, I just really like the ambient sounds and all that stuff. It's a really nice crossover intersection between, like you said, punk and folk. Anyways, could you guys talk a little about the Shruti box? Because I'm not familiar.
Certainly, yeah, it's kind of an uncommon phenomenon. So during the pandemic, I was trying to come up with more ways to fill out my sound, because at that point I was still solo guy and just playing shows, one-man army, just acoustic guitar, harmonica, and voice. And so I wanted other things that I could do to fill out the tone. And actually, I got to credit a group called Ye Vagabonds from Ireland. I saw them live doing a radio gig much like this in Australia on YouTube. And one of the boys was pumping a harmonium drone. So that's something where you can pull out one of the stops for a particular key, and then you can pump it like it's a, what do you call it?
Accordion?
It's accordion-like. It's similar reeds to an accordion. But seeing that inspired me to like seek out another sort of drone that I could pump kind of like that. And I thought, I came across the Shruti box when I was like Googling acoustic drones, and I found this Shruti box maker in Wales, who also makes this pedal that goes with it. And believe it or not, it's called the Beau ring pedal, or boring pedal, kind of, I believe is how you pronounce it. Although it's certainly not boring. So I guess maybe he's one of the only people that makes this boring pedal that goes along with the Shruti box, but typically you'd pump it by hand. So it's really kind of a rare thing, and I'm really stoked to have found it. It's really opened up a lot of cool things for me to like sit at home and like write with it and like jam along with the drone and come up with different riffs and stuff. So very helpful for songwriting, and then also for just the complement of having the synth drone as well as the acoustic kind of feeds into the ethos that I'm trying to create, that I'm trying to make a statement with it, which is like the fusing together of the organic and the more like industrial or electronic type of sound, bringing those together and experimenting with that tension.
So you touched on this a little bit just now, but I wanted to get into kind of like your songwriting process, because like this, all the droning aspects that you have, it's a very interesting like principle to base or to build music around. Mm-hmm. And I just think that the way you play with like the dynamics in your sound is very interesting, especially like with the drones. So I wanted to ask, like, where does the songwriting process begin? Because you kind of said that you sit at home and you play along to the drone, but is that typically how you start writing songs, or like what instrument is normally the first thing to come?
Sometimes a lyric can come first, and sometimes a guitar riff can come first, or sometimes I've written, like I've had a starter riff maybe on, I play Irish bouzouki sometimes, and sometimes I'll riff on that, or ukulele. So it's a phrase, either lyrically or instrumentally, that gets stuck in my head, and I really love the way David Lynch describes this. It's like you just become in love with it, and it won't leave you alone. And so you have to keep returning back to that phrase over and over again. And then what I do from there is I journal. I have a practice of journaling to kind of work on myself and also to explore ideas for songs. And typically the best songs come from me exploring the most vulnerable things I can explore, and like really get into deep down parts of myself that maybe are uncomfortable to talk about for myself, but that's the work of it. And sometimes I feel like if it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable to write about it or to sing about it, then it's probably not good. If that makes sense. Like the whole purpose is to become more and more vulnerable through the act of songwriting, and to explore things that I may feel confused about or ashamed of or plexed up about. So I do a lot of journaling, a lot of free association, and then what naturally emerges out of that, I'll sort of like organize into more cohesive lyrical structure.
I think that's a really good point that you're making about like where your music comes from, like a place of emotional vulnerability. Because I think generally, the most powerful, like you can really vest yourself in something when you just you feel for it. I think that's a great place to write from. So your lyrics are, would you say that your lyrics come from like the same place?
That's the mission.
Okay.
To describe an emotional landscape, to write songs that encourage me, and then in the hopes of encouraging myself to live my best life, my most full life. Perhaps I can encourage others to do that too. That's a big thing that I try to put out to the world.
Well, that is a good message. I hope that can like resonate with a lot of people. Well, that's all the questions that I had prepared. So do you have anything else that you'd like to share?
I just am really stoked to be here. Like KDVS is a radio station that I've listened to since I was a kid. I grew up in the Sacramento area, and really changed my life and exposed me to some really cool, like different music, whether it be noise or weird jazz or like more unknown punk rock. Like KDVS has really enriched my life. So this is a really awesome experience for me personally. And I'd also like to thank Chad, my friend over here, for being so supportive in this project and for driving all the way up here from Santa Barbara at 5:40 this morning. So thanks to Chad. And Chad, anything else?
No, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for having us. It was a great time.
Yeah, thanks for being here.